August 20th, 2024. Springside Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. Just before 9 p.m. What you just saw was the final moments of 32-year-old Courtney Reese's life. A mother of 4, gunned down outside her home, while her children, ages 13, 11, 9, and 6, were inside, listening, helpless. The man in that video? 33-year-old Derek Rankins, Courtney's ex-boyfriend. A man who had just been released from jail. A man who had been searching for her. And when he found her, he showed absolutely no mercy. 10 shots fired. Even after Courtney collapsed to the ground, defenseless, he kept shooting. Point blank. Relentless. Then he ran, disappearing into the night, leaving Courtney bleeding out on her neighbor's porch. But this wasn't random. This wasn't a robbery gone wrong. This was revenge. And the reason? Courtney had told people Derek's secret. A secret he was willing to kill to protect.
So much for joining us. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. Tonight, Atlanta police are investigating after a mother was killed this week near Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta. Now, this is the victim. She's Courtney Reese. Tonight, her family is devastated.
Courtney Reese was a devoted mother. Everything in her life revolved around her 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. She lived in Conyers, Georgia, working tirelessly to support her family on her own. As a single mother, she poured everything into making sure her kids had what they needed. She was involved in their schooling, their activities, their lives. Those who knew Courtney described her with love and admiration. She was the life of the party. Her smile could light up a room. Her energy was infectious. She was everyone's hype man, everyone's cook. The person who made sure everybody felt welcomed and loved. But beneath all that joy, Courtney was carrying a weight that most people didn't see. Just 3 months before her death, in May 2024, tragedy had already struck the Edwards family. Courtney's younger sister, Symetria Edwards, was killed, shot by a stray bullet at a family member's repass. Not a targeted attack. Not personal, just random, senseless violence. A gathering meant to honor the dead, and another life was taken. The family was devastated. Courtney's father, Travis Edwards, was drowning in grief, trying to process the loss of 1 daughter. He had no idea that in exactly 3 months, almost to the day, he would be burying another. After Symetria's death, Courtney made a decision. She was going to straighten out her life. She was going to distance herself from anything, anyone that might bring harm to her or her children. She'd already lost her sister to gun violence. She wasn't going to let anything else put her family at risk. Part of that decision meant ending her relationship with Derek Rankins. Derek was no stranger to trouble. He'd recently been released from jail, and according to people claiming to be Courtney's family on social media, he'd been on Instagram, his handle, _Derek Farr, actively searching for her. He wanted to find her. He needed to find her. Why? Because Courtney had discovered something about Derek, something he desperately wanted to keep hidden. And when she quietly ended their relationship, she didn't keep the reason to herself. She told her friends what she'd found out, and word spread. According to family members who spoke out online, Courtney had discovered that Derek was secretly involved with men, despite publicly identifying as straight. When this information got back to Derek, it triggered something dark. Something violent, something that would end in murder. One person claiming to be Courtney's cousin posted online, frustrated at all the rumors and misinformation spreading about Courtney's death. Y'all speaking on and don't know anything. Dude got caught having sex with another man. My little cousin exposed him. He was her boyfriend. Now, these allegations were never officially confirmed by police at the time. Details about the suspect were scarce, and no arrests had been made yet. But Courtney's family was certain. They knew who was in that video. They knew it was Derek Rankins, and they believed he killed Courtney because she had exposed what he wanted no one to know. The night of August 20th started like any other night on Springside Drive, a quiet residential street tucked between Cleveland Avenue and Mount Zion Road. Families inside their homes, kids getting ready for bed. Normal. But around 9 p.m., gunfire shattered that peace. When Atlanta police officers arrived at the scene, they found Courtney lying on the ground outside, bleeding from multiple gunshot wounds. The severity of her injuries was immediately apparent. Despite the officers' swift response, despite their efforts to save her, it was too late. Courtney Reese, a mother of 4, known for her resilience and vibrant spirit, was gone. The following day, a critical piece of evidence surfaced. A neighbor turned over a 27-second video clip from her Ring camera security system. The footage was brief, but it captured the horrifying moments of Courtney's murder. Inside the house, Courtney's children were on the other side of the door. They heard everything: the screaming, the gunshots, their mother's final breath. Can you even imagine the trauma those children will carry for the rest of their lives? The neighborhood, once a place of comfort and safety for Courtney and her children, was now a crime scene marked by unimaginable violence. As word spread about Courtney's murder, her family and the entire community were left in disbelief. How could such a kind and devoted mother be the victim of such a cold-blooded act? The senselessness of it left many grappling with anger, fear, and sorrow. Courtney's older sister, Lena, was devastated. In a heartbreaking post, she poured out her grief. "I just want my sister back. I can't stop driving and crying." That video, hearing her plead to that monster and gasping for her last breath, I just keep replaying it. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to be around anyone. I just want to curl up and cry all day. I miss hearing her call my phone, teasingly saying, "Stupid, what are you doing?" And me replying, "I'm at work, girl." And her saying, "Oh, I forgot." She had just called me yesterday morning, talking about being downtown. We were laughing about what was going on down there. If I had known yesterday was going to be the last time I'd talk to her, I would have stayed on the phone longer. But I told her I was at work, and I'd call her back once my store cleared. Lord Jesus, why? Those words. That pain. A sister who will never get another phone call. Who will never hear Courtney's voice again. Who has to live with the fact that their last conversation was cut short because of work. The day after Courtney's murder, the Atlanta Police Department moved quickly. They identified their suspect, 33-year-old Derek Rankins. An arrest warrant was issued, connecting him to the chilling footage captured by the Ring camera. According to authorities, Derek had been on the run since the night of the murder, evading capture, while police worked to gather evidence and locate him. The video of the cold-blooded shooting played a pivotal role in connecting Derek to the crime. As the investigation unfolded, Derek became the prime suspect, and his whereabouts were narrowed down. A week after the murder, on Tuesday, August 27th, law enforcement officers surrounded a house in Stockbridge, where Derek had barricaded himself inside. The situation escalated when officers from the United States Marshals Southeastern Fugitive Task Force attempted to serve Derek with the warrant. The standoff became tense. Derek refused to surrender. He prepared for a violent confrontation. Armed and dangerous, he made it clear he had no intention of going quietly. At some point during the standoff, Derek opened fire from inside the home. The gunfire struck an 18-year veteran of the U.S. Marshals, leaving the officer wounded in the arm. The officer, whose name was not publicly released, was rushed to receive medical care. Thankfully, it was later confirmed that the injuries were not life-threatening, and the officer was expected to survive. This brazen act of violence by Derek only intensified the urgency to bring the situation to a close. Law enforcement surrounded the residence, determined to prevent any further harm. Hours passed as officers worked to resolve the standoff and coax Derek into surrendering peacefully. But the situation took a tragic turn. Derek Rankins was found dead inside the home. The exact circumstances surrounding his death remained unclear. It was unknown whether he had died by his own hand or from other causes during the standoff. The discovery of Derek's body brought the manhunt to an end, but it left many questions unanswered about the final moments inside that house. With Derek dead, the case surrounding Courtney Reese's murder reached a somber conclusion. Though the suspect would never face trial, though he would never be held accountable in a court of law, there was a sense of finality. Travis Edwards, a father who had buried 2 daughters in 3 months, spoke with a heaviness that no parent should ever have to carry. He didn't wish harm on anyone, but he was glad that Derek Rankins would never hurt another person, never take another life, never leave another family shattered the way his was. On August 23rd, just 3 days after Courtney's death, friends and family gathered for a balloon release. They came together to mourn, to celebrate the vibrant life Courtney lived, to honor her memory. Purple balloons, music, love. It was a party, a celebration, just like Courtney would have wanted. That little girl, Courtney's daughter, standing there with a strength that no 13-year-old should have to possess, speaking on behalf of her mama, telling her siblings, "Don't worry, we got you for life." 13 years old, and she's now the one holding her family together. 4 children, no mother, a father who lost 2 daughters in 90 days, a family destroyed by violence. A GoFundMe was set up to help cover Courtney's burial costs and support her children. The community rallied. People who never even knew Courtney donated, moved by her story, by the tragedy of it all. On that Thursday in Decatur, Courtney's homegoing service was held. Family, friends, and community members filled the space, saying their final goodbyes to a woman whose life was stolen far too soon. Courtney Reese was 32 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. She was raising 4 beautiful children. She was the life of the party. She was joy. She was love. And she's gone. Because of a secret. Because of shame. Because of a man who couldn't live in his truth and couldn't let her live in hers. This case has sparked a firestorm of debate. Should Courtney have stayed silent? Should she have just walked away and said nothing? Or did she have every right to tell people what she discovered, to protect herself, to warn others? There's no easy answer, but what we do know is this: 4 children will grow up without their mother. A father buried 2 daughters in 3 months, and a family will never be whole again. Rest in peace, Courtney Reese. May your memory be a blessing to those who loved you. And may your children know that their mother was strong, that she was brave, and that she loved them more than anything in this world. If this story moved you, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to True Crime Files 247. Turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode. And in the comments below, let me know. What do you think? Should Courtney have stayed silent? Or did she have every right to speak her truth? Until next time, stay safe out there.